So, this is take 3 because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm Jess, this is my channel Chillin' Like a Villain, and this is the Booktube Newbie Tag. And when I say new, I mean really new, because when I was making this channel, I nearly cried because I didn't know how to change my profile picture. Question 1 is, why did you start this channel? And I started this channel because I'm really obsessed with books, and I feel like my family are going to get annoyed with me if I keep talking to them about it, so I need someone to talk to about them. Also, I'm obsessed with Booktube. I check every day to see if all of my subscriptions have updated, and it's like my cozy time. And when I need to relax, I get in my covers and I drink some tea and I watch all of the videos. So yeah, I figured it was time to actually make one for myself instead of stalking everyone else. Question 2 is, what are some unique and fun things you will bring to Booktube? Now, my answer for this one is that I don't always read popular series, and bear with me. What I mean is, there are a lot of popular series that I don't like. Some I do like, some I don't like. And I think that it's interesting to hear other people's opinions on stuff that everyone else loves and just get a different perspective, so I'm not just saying the same thing as everyone else. And it also means that I read a lot of different series that you might not have heard of, so then you could find new books as well. Question 3 is, what are you most excited for? And I'm most excited to make friends and to talk to people and find other people that like the things that I like and push all of my favourite books onto people. Question 4 is, why do you love reading? And I just always have done. I've read for as long as I can remember. But also I really love characters and stories. I enjoy acting and writing and daydreaming, and I just like new characters and new stories and new worlds. Every night before I go to sleep, I think of little stories in my head, so it's very much a part of my life. Question 5 is, the book or series that got you into reading? Now, I'm pretty sure that my answer is going to be the same as almost everyone else's, and that is Harry Potter, and also a series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. I remember in my class at school, when I was in year 5, so I was about 9 or 10, we started reading Harry Potter, and I very clearly remember the picture of Dumbledore on the back, because that's what he always looks like in my head now. And we read the beginning, and I really liked it, and I knew that my older sister, had the books. So I came home and straight away borrowed them all off her, and I would leave I would finish one and I would leave it outside of her room and say, please can I have the next one, and she would bring me the next one. She has actually given me all of those. They're up there somewhere, you can't see them. And then after that, in year 6, which is about 10 or 11 before you go to high school for all y'all Americans, I saw someone reading Lemony Snicket, and I thought that the cover looked really nice, and I was like, oh my god, what is that? So she told me about it, and then I started reading them, and then from then on, I just read lots of stuff. Question 6 is, questions for your favourite booktuber. Now, questions that I would ask is, 1, how do you read so much? Because I have read 100 books this year already, but I always feel whenever I watch wrap-ups, weekly wrap-ups, and people have read 4 books in a week, and I'm like, how are you alive? How have you done this? So that would be my first one. How? The second one would be, how do you always have so much to say? Because I'm really worried about running out of material. Question 7 is, what challenges do you think will be hardest to overcome starting a booktube? I think my first one would be acting normal and being myself, because on all the tips videos I watched, it's don't be fake, everyone will know. And I'm like, how do I not be fake whilst I'm talking to a camera? But I think it's actually going kind of well so far. This is kind of me, so what's the second one? Speaking into the void. by which I mean I'm really scared, but I'm just going to be churning out these videos and no one will watch them. So that's going to be weird because at the moment I'm just sat in my room and no one really knows I'm doing this. So it's going to be weird, like trying to get people to watch it and being embarrassed because this is embarrassing at the moment because this is the first video I've ever done, so it's a bit weird. So question 8 is, when did you start reading? Now, we kind of already covered this in what made you start reading, but I think I kind of read all my life from what I can remember from being quite young, but like proper reading on my own, like with Harry Potter and stuff, it was around age 9 or 10. And then yeah, I wrote down here that I like started again at 14, like with Twilight and stuff, but that's not true. I was still reading then because when I was 14, I read Pride and Prejudice and The Bell Jar, which really heavy shit for a 14-year-old, but we went there for some reason. So yeah, kind of continuously since I was like little. Question 9 is, where do you read? And for this, I kind of read everywhere. There's no set place. I like to read on my bed when I want to do like a long reading sprint. I will like get a drink and stuff and just sit on my bed and read. But it kind of depends what I'm reading it on, because that is more for physical books or on my e-reader. But I also read on my computer or I listen to audiobooks on my computer. So kind of I read everywhere. There's no really one set place. Question 10, the end. We've made it, guys. We've done it. Question 10. God, I'm like exhausted. Question 10 is, what books do you like to read? I kind of read everything, or at least I will give everything a chance, but my favourites are, at least this year, mystery. I really got into mystery books. I really like historical mysteries, like Victorian mysteries are quite cool. Fantasy, adult books, but for me that just is classed as general fiction, like stuff that's not YA. But I do read YA as well. I don't tend to go for YA contemporary unless it's quite dark. I don't really like fluffy YA contemporary. The rest of the YA genre, like fantasy and stuff, I can kind of like dip in and out of. So it's very general. I kind of just read what I like, which is a bit of everything. So that's going to be good for this channel because there's going to be lots of different stuff. We did it. We got to the end. Thank you for sticking with me if you stuck with me this far with my croaky voice and awkwardness. Hopefully you will come back when I update with more videos. I'm Jess. This was the Booktube Newbie Tag. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon.